In this video, we introduce the KINGSTAR PLC HMI Demo. Once it has been downloaded and unzipped, start by opening the HMI application in the root folder of the Visual Studio project. We will be working with the project designer. To access it, right-click form1.cs, then click View Designer. This first version of the HMI comes preloaded with examples of all the available functions. For the purpose of this video, we will delete these two and then walk through how to re-add them. One of the features of the HMI is that, on every startup, all available data bindings found in the provided PLC sample application are written to a text file named available tags. To generate this text file, we will start and then immediately stop the project. To access the file, go to the root directory and then click on the project folder, then binaries, then debug because we just ran it in debug, and then finally available tags. Here we can see the available variables that we can connect to different HMI elements in order to display or control them. We will move this over to left for now and reselect the project. Let's start by adding a text box. These can be used to both display and enter data. To add one to the HMI, go over to the toolbox and search text box. Then click and drag one onto the form. Once the text box has been added, select it and scroll through its properties. The main one we will be using is the tag property. Tags are set up to first take the method or operation of the element being the text box, followed up by the variable or variables to which they will be connected in the PLC. In this example, we want this text box to display in real time the value of our PLC's robot producing count variable. We do this by first adding the prefix LL to the tag, because the variable we want is in the LL or PLC table of the database. Next, we add the keyword for what we want the element to do. For text boxes, the options are get, set, and auto update. In this example, we will use auto update because we want the text box to update every second. For a full list of what keyword goes with which element, check the README. Next, we add the data binding. The separating character is a period, so you'll add a period and then head back to the available tags text file to copy our variable, robot producing count, and paste it into the tag. Lastly, we should re-add the label to make it clear what value this text box is representing. We do this in Toolbox, so search label, then click and drag onto the form. Select the label and scroll around until you find the text property, delete it, and then paste robot producing count. And that's it for the text box. Now we will recreate the chart. To start, again, go over to the toolbox and search for chart. Click and drag it onto the form and then resize it to fit wherever it needs to be. Next, select it and find the tag property. Again, start with LL, and then the option for charts are bar, pie, and line. Since we already have a bar and a pie chart, this one is going to be a line chart. Seeing as the purpose of charts is often to compare values, you can add any number of variables to a chart. For this demo, we will have it display the seconds variables. So, robot second run, robot second standby, and robot second alarm. One last optional step is to change the look of the chart in the designer. This won't impact the chart at runtime in any way, as the tag will make sure it shows up as the appropriate type, But in case you want the designer to also reflect its type, select the chart, scroll until you see the series property, click the three dots, then chart type, and change the chart type to whatever it is. So in our case, line. That's it. With our elements in place and properly configured, we can now start the HMI. And here you can see we have a real-time display of the robot producing count variable and a graph comparing robot seconds run, robot seconds standby, and robot seconds alarm.